Good. We continue with the equilibrium level of output. Today we've finished talking about in the short run. So today we want to focus on the long run. So what happens with the long run equilibrium level of output in an economy? So I wrote, if an economy is said to be in the long run equilibrium, then the real GDP is at its potential output. The actual unemployment rate will equal to the natural rate of unemployment, and the actual price level will equal to the anticipated price level. What are we talking about here? The first point is that in the long run equilibrium level of output, it is always vertical. So it represents a vertical line, which means at that point in time, everything is fixed. The economy is operating at its full potential. So what happens when, that is the first point there, that is that the real GDP is at its potential output. That means it's at its potential output, that's reached its highest. So the resources in that economy has been fully used. That is what it means by that. The real GDP is at its potential highest. Do we get the point there? Yes. So the price level, they said, the actual price level will equal to the anticipated price level. What does that imply? It means that when an economy is in the long run equilibrium, it means that the price would have been adjusted with the cost of production. That's why they said the price level will be equal to the anticipated price level. So what is an anticipated price level? The price that we are about to charge, yes or no? So because it's in the long run, that we are using all our resources, all resources are fully employed, whatever the cost of production is, we would have adjusted it with the price. That is the second point. Do we get the first point? The first point is that the real GDP is at its potential, it's at its highest potential, which means it is vertical. In the long run aggregate supply curve, it is vertical. And for the actual price level, which will be equal to the anticipated price level, is because we have adjusted our production cost with the price. Do we get the second point there? And the third one, the natural rate of unemployment will equal to the actual rate of unemployment. So unemployment will fall back to its natural state. So three things will happen in the long run equilibrium. Price will be adjusted with the cost of production, 1. 2, the real GDP will be vertical because we will be reaching our highest potential, 2. And the third one is that unemployment rate will come back to its full natural state. Do we get it, please? So that is about that. Therefore, please can you just sit down? Therefore, long run equilibrium occurs where the long run aggregate supply curve intersects with the aggregate demand curve. So we have long run equilibrium where the long run aggregate supply curve intersects with the aggregate demand. This is what long run equilibrium is. But it is not just it alone, it is associated with the short run aggregate supply, which means in the long run aggregate supply curve that we're talking about, in the long run equilibrium, the short run aggregate supply curve will pass through where there's intersection between the long run aggregate supply and the real GDP output, which is the AD. Get the point here. In the long run equilibrium level of output within the economy, there's always an associate which is going with them, the short run aggregate supply. So that means we won't talk about the long run aggregate supply without still mentioning that there's a short run that has passed through the intercept between the long run aggregate supply curve and the aggregate demand. So what is the equilibrium long run? What is the equilibrium output in the long run? The equilibrium output in the long run